Everybody to the regular town board meeting for May 22nd. I'd ask everybody to please turn off cell phones and electronic
Recording in
devices.
progress.
And assisted listening devices are available for the hearing impaired. I'll ask everybody to please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Donna, the sheet for me to read for the abstract's not here.
Do you want to go get it, Donna?
I don't have it. The
Okay.
girls would have made it up.
At this time, I ask for a moment of silent reflection, please. Thank you very much. Additions to the agenda, I have highway hires and I have recreation hires. Does anybody have anything else to add?
Transfer funds in the senior account from fund balance.
Rob, you have something?
No, I'm good. John, I thought you had.
Yeah, I have two for the police.
Police hire?
One is a police transfer hire, and the other is a flagpole thing. Excuse me, Steve.
Yes.
Donna, do you want me to go look on?
She's doing it.
She's doing it right now.
She's
Got
got
it
it
real quick.
Okay.
I ask for agenda approval as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carried. Resident statements. I have Matthew Murniak, 708 Ridge Road.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing?
Good.
You know, at the beginning of every one of these meetings, we say the pledge of allegiance. And the America I know, and I belong in, if you work hard, you have determined to make something of yourself. We have all these kids here that they might grow up and want to work for themselves. They might be entrepreneurs. So let's, as a town, not forget that that's what this country's all about. Let's try to work with the small businesses.
Thank you, man. Now, I have two other people that signed up. I don't know if they just signed in or they want to speak. Rebecca Hoffman? You just, okay, and Emily? You just signed in? Okay. It's happened before. And Mr. Murniak at the end of the meeting. Anybody else like to speak? Okay, thank you very much. Department head statements. Chief?
Just a reminder, I'll give the board a date and the two officers that we do have in the academy. I will forward you guys a graduation if you're interested in attending for the police graduation for them and for the rest of my weekend.
Okay. Donna? Anything? Tim? Nothing. Jackie, you're on the agenda. Deputy Supervisor Conrad, you want to give us a Route 31 update?
You want me to tell you what happened on our mailbox?
Mitch isn't here tonight. Jeff? Nothing. Melinda Olick,
Yes, I'm here.
how are you?
Good, I'm good. Hosting the homeowners association meeting tonight at the senior center. We have lots of stuff planned for the end of May. Tomorrow we're going to have Jeff Lewis from Blue Cross and Blue Shield and a Russ from the Historical Society will be speaking at 11 a.m. Wednesday is our volunteer recognition day, and next week, Tuesday at 1 o'clock, we'll be having flower arranging, and on Wednesday, the Larks concert, and we also have the produce truck, 11:30 to 12:30. And the painting is done, so if you haven't yet seen what a wonderful job was done, stop in and check it out.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And Mitch Zano couldn't make it tonight, and neither could Dan Zano from Water, so we have no no issues other than they're on the agenda. So, moving along, approval of the meeting minutes from the town board work session on May 8th.
Move for approval as printed.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Audit payment, Councilman Guyton.
Hey Donna, since I don't have it in front of me, it's for the last 2 weeks.
Oh, yep, sorry.
From the 8th to the 22nd?
The 8th to the, sorry about this.
That's okay. It would be the 8th to the 22nd?
This meeting was the 8th, yes, the 8th to the 22nd.
Move for approval of the abstract from May 8th through the May 22nd. 23-01200-1243 in an amount of $208,449.62, and the post audit of 23-1224-1228 in the amount of $29,456.22, and that's a motion for approval.
Second.
A motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Pending, old business? Nothing. New business? Any residents' public correspondence?
The town received a standard notice to provide a 30-day advance notice to the local municipalities for the River Rum Runners of Niagara LLC. It's a vessel that goes in the water.
Yeah. I'm gonna abstain. That one of the owners of the company is my cousin. So I'm gonna abstain, so I'll stay right out of a motion or a second.
All right, do we need a motion for this, or is this received as filed?
It's just to receive and
Okay.
file, yes.
In the attached letter that they're asking for you to waive the 30-day time limit, which they're probably trying to get up and running for the summer. So that would be up to you, and that would require.
I'm not proud of that. Move to waive the 30-day,
Yeah, it's a 30-day waiver, and you would direct Donna to send a letter to New York State Liquor Board.
do we have a, change the time period?
No, you're just waiving the 30 days you have to review the application.
Donna, as the attorney so eloquently stated, so move.
Second.
So we have a motion, a second, all in favor?
Aye.
And I will abstain. So under my liaison report, we have water rates for new build water application fees. With everything in this market, the price of meters has gone up. So we have new build water application fees for new builds and single-family applications. Does this cover, Tim, does this cover apartments too?
Everybody will have a water meter.
Everybody that have a water meter, okay. So I'd ask for a motion to approve as presented.
Second.
Do you need a motion?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry,
So
the motion. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
And just so you know, everything above 2 inches be quoted.
Yes.
I'm sorry,
It'd be quoted, we would call it a price. 'Cause
Just over 2 inches.
anything over 2 inches.
That'd be commercial, right?
Highway hires. So at the last meeting, we created 3 laborers positions. And Mitch wasn't here, so he asked me to move forward with it. We actually don't need to approve it. They're Mitch's hires. So they're effective Monday, a week from today, which is the 29th. And they are John Aquino to laborer at $25.59 an hour, James Hescox, laborer at $25.59 an hour, and Kayla Townsend, laborer, $25.59 an hour, and they are moving over from the Parks Department. And we will be abolishing those 3 positions in parks. We will no longer, and we'll do that at the next meeting, we will no longer have a parks department. They will all fall under the highway department. So, and that, like I said, that's Mitch's hires, so we don't need to make any motion there. As far as recreation hires, this is from Nicole Short, our recreation clerk. Will you please approve the following hires with a start date of Wednesday, May 24th, and that would be Jack Bernstein, recreational leader at $15 an hour, and Vincent Carlo, recreational aide at $14.50 an hour. He's May 30th. Can I get a motion for that?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And then she wants to have 5 people approved, basically as backup and as part-time individuals. It would be Matthew Salas as a recreation aide at $14.50 an hour, Carissa Johnson, recreation aide, $14.50 an hour, Sophia Perfetti, a recreation aide at $14.50 an hour, Olivia Perfetti, a recreation aide, $14.50 an hour, and Natalie Ponzi, recreation aide at $14.50 an hour, and they would be as needed, effective immediately.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. You gave those to them? Anything for legal? Al? Engineering? Bob, anything?
I'll get that.
Budget revisions, Jackie?
Yes, previously in your board packet, I submitted a 2023 budget revision. I asked for that approval this evening.
Move for approval as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. And it's this, right? So I just want to touch base on this. So what this is we're just moving the money to pay for our veterans,
Or here.
War Heroes, the town banners that you see on Ridge Road and Lower River Road. Family members of the people on the poles paid for the banners. It just, we took them into one account and we're paying for them out of another. So if you haven't been down Creek Road, or excuse me, Ridge Road to Creek from the village line, or River Road from the village line down to Fletcher, please take a drive and pay attention to the banners. They definitely turned out fantastic, and we're all real proud. And we want to thank Mrs. Maggard for all her work and continued work, because now that they're up, a lot of people are calling and wanting their families. So that will be next year. We'll start taking applications in January. So.
You also didn't mention the Sanborn.
Yes, and they're in Sanborn, on Buffalo Street in Sanborn. So in Sanborn, they're on the decorative poles. They're decorative poles. They're a little smaller than the ones on Ridge and Lower River, and they're beautiful as well. And we want to thank Mitch Zano and the Highway Department for putting those up,
I
too.
would like to thank the highway department for the
Yeah.
work that they did.
Yes.
And
So,
also Jackie.
yes,
And
Jackie.
it works in the town.
A lot of people did a lot of work. It was the first run, and Mrs. Maggard was up and down those stairs a million times with a lot of questions.
Up and down the ladder, did you?
The stairs. No, she didn't go on the ladder. So, but
Jack-
we appreciate it, and they turned out fantastic. And I know the VFW's thrilled, so.
Jackie, do you want to do the other transfer now or wait for?
Let's do it now.
Right.
About it or now, or?
I've talked to Jackie. Melinda would like to transfer some money from the fund balance into her, Jackie, refresh me,
Or contractual.
her contractual account to take care of a project in regards to cleaning the floors. And, she's not quite ready to move forward with it, but she would like the money be transferred. And the amount we're transferring is exactly,
From fund balance, we will be moving $2,500 into the senior center contractual line. And Melinda also has $1,050 left in her equipment line, which we will be moving over to the contractual line on the forest and
that should provide her with an adequate amount of funding to be able to move ahead. As per our procurement policy, she does not have to ask permission to go ahead with the project, but we had to transfer the money so that
Right.
she could do it. and she has some quotes already, and a couple more are coming in.
Okay, you want to make that motion?
Move to approve that transfer of funds as presented by Jakey.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion
Belinda,
carried.
is that right? Still there? Oh,
She might not be there.
she's got that meeting going on.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for Jackie, and moving on to Councilman Guyton.
Nothing new.
Okay,
Nothing
that's
additional.
it, okay.
I'm here. It wouldn't unmute. Yep, that sounds about right to me. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Melinda.
You're welcome.
Councilman Jacoby.
I have two for the police department. First, they've checked with Jackie, and the money's here to replace a flagpole, correct, Chief?
Correct.
And they followed the procurement procedure, and the total amount's $2,202.74. I'd like to make a motion that we approve the transaction.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
The second thing we have Adriano.
Hold on one second, John. Do we need to make a transfer for that?
We do.
Oh,
Okay.
We're going to be moving money from miscellaneous revenue account in the B fund over to the police equipment. Budget. Total $2,203.
okay. And I'll make a motion that we make that transfer.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Okay. And the second thing we have is we have a police officer, Adriano Medici, and he will have a June 2nd start. He'll be starting at a step 2 pay scale. And Chief, could you explain how this has come
Yes.
about?
So he was with us part-time, he was a part-time officer with us. He left our department and went full-time with Niagara Falls. He since has expressed an interest in coming back to our department. We do have the position coming up with the school, so we have that worked out. So he would be filling that position. We wouldn't have to train anybody. He'd be a lateral transfer, so he'd be lateral transferring. That's already been approved by civil service. He'd be transferring back to our department and talking with the supervisor, giving him credit for the years that he served there, the 2 years there, so we give him a start at step 2 pay year.
Right.
And this is a position that's going to be funded by the school district.
Correct.
Is that a motion, Jen, or?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
making that as a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
And Mr. Supervisor, that's all I have.
Okay. Councilman Morial?
Yes, the town of Lewiston Water Pollution Control Center are raising the fees on new bill connection and inspection fees. Talking with Mr. Ritter tonight, the head of the Pollution Control Center, they haven't been raised since 2011. So the new fees will be on the town of Lewiston's website, and they're available to look at in inspections in the clerk's office. So I'm going to make a motion as presented to accept the new fees.
We have a motion and Councilman Guyton the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Councilman Myers?
I don't have anything else tonight.
Nothing. Resident statements. John Murniak.
John Murniak, 706 Richmond Road. Since you guys kicked off this town code review, at that meeting, residents weren't allowed to voice anything about that. That it was just a kickoff meeting. But, you know, you guys have opened up, or in the process of opening up a big can of worms here that you're gonna have to really pay attention to. One of the big problems that you may run into is the fact that people are gonna lose interest as this process goes along. It's easy to take a shortcut and not do a thorough look at a particular item, okay? It's pretty enormous when you really think about the code. It's a very long code that's involved. And the people that are gonna be impacted, okay, most homeowners aren't aware of anything with the code
that I have run into, you know, in my professional career as a quality engineer, is when somebody has done something and they tell me that's good enough. Okay, let's just not make it good enough. Let's make it as good as we can, okay, for this town. And for you guys and Tim, let's look beyond where we are today, okay? Where do we think the town's gonna be in 10 years from now? Because the 2012 code, which was adopted back then, we thought was gonna probably be good for the duration. But we find that there are a lot of issues with that code, okay? A lot of things that are intermingled that need to be untangled, okay? So all I'm saying is that it's gonna be a long process. If there are times when it's appropriate to bring in somebody to discuss with Tim something, maybe a recent developer that has issues and stuff, sit down and say, you know, what can we do here to make this thing work a little better for the town, okay? And to be all inclusive of everybody in the town. I brought up with Tim, you know, that other towns in this area have gone through the same process or have contemplated going through the process of trying to update, refine, try to make it work better, okay? This is the opportunity to do it and try to get it right. Just not get it good enough, okay? And that's the only point I want to make, since you wouldn't let me speak at the last meeting.
It wasn't that I wouldn't let you, it wasn't the time or the place.
Well, it wasn't, but
Yeah.
I would have said basically the same thing, okay?
Right.
I mean.
Yeah, well, that's our intent.
Okay?
That's our intent.
Most of the issues that we're faced with code, you're aware of it, then his guys are.
I'm not aware of all of them.
These guys here are kind of peripheral. They're not in the mix all the time, okay? But they need to get there, all right? And we need to make this thing as good as we can get it, okay? So that's my only comment.
Thanks, John.
And once again, Steve, you're doing a great job because they all agree with you.
Again, well, thanks for telling me that was a compliment, because I wouldn't get it if it wasn't. So you don't have to get up. I'm gonna touch base on one thing you said. Look at this room right now. Besides you, everybody else here pretty much has been forced to be here tonight. Right? In how many meetings have you sat here? Same thing. Now, hold on. So, Mrs. Maggard is a perfect example. How many meetings have we had? How many announcements have we made about the Hometown Heroes? Over and over. Terry Duffy, who's on this call, or on the Zoom call, is handling it for the town of Porter. He writes for the Sentinel. He runs the Sentinel. He had article after article. All of a sudden, we put him up, now the phone calls start. Nobody told us about these. Nobody said anything about them. It's like we tried, right? And we're gonna try with this as well. I've had an idea for a few years, and it kind of keeps going to the back burner, of doing a newsletter that goes to every resident of the town twice a year. It's probably gonna be about $6,000 to $8,000. We may incorporate that for this type of a code meeting where we send it out to every resident of the town of Lewiston. After that, I can't knock on every door and tell everybody to get here. So I agree with you. Solar farms were a perfect example. Nobody was at a solar farm meeting. Nobody, right? We set our law. Not one person was here. Crickets. All of a sudden, we put up a solar farm. The neighbors came in. How did we not know about this? How did you guys shoestring this through? And we're like, we haven't done anything. We had the meetings. We had everything. And then we put a moratorium on it. So we want to hear what people have to say. Yes, Tim knows a lot of the code problems. It's not going to be perfect. You know that. But I tell you what, we're going to take a shot at it and hopefully get it as right as we possibly can. So that's just my spiel on that. So, but I appreciate your concerns. Upcoming board commission meetings. Zoning Board of Appeals is June 8th at 6:30 p.m. There will be no town board work session. Historic Preservation will be June 13th at 5:45 PM. Environmental Commission is June 13th at 7 PM. Planning Board is June 15th at 6:30 PM. And our regular town board meeting is June 26th at 6 PM. I'd ask for a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And I want to say Happy Memorial Day to everybody. There's a Memorial Day parade at 11 a.m. Monday morning on Center Street. Have a good weekend, everybody.